YouTube, what's going on? Internet Bling back in 2023 with another one. It's January the 2nd, 9:17 p.m. and quite a bit of news to fill in for you. Had a crazy month last month, not in the way you might think. November went brilliantly, as you know from part 10 of this video series. We're expecting to at least match that, if not exceed it, in December, but things did not go according to plan. I was going to call this video December Disaster, but it wasn't really a disaster. I'd say it was more a drop-off. So if we just go last month, you can see we did almost 205k, but that was nothing obviously compared to November when we did 510 nigh on, and we were expecting this. We were up to about 25k a day-ish. That was what we were kind of hitting. So we were expecting to hit it hard for the first 3 weeks of the month, and we were expecting to do about another 500,000, but that did not happen, and we only did 204,460. So two main elements completely messed us up last month. Number one was Royal Mail, who are our couriers who we were using, and they were completely okay up until December. They actually striked for the first time. Striked. They were on strike for the first time on Black Friday, right, which is where our issues kind of started. That completely messed us up. It caused a huge backlog. Customers were screaming at us because everyone was paying for 48-hour tracked delivery, which is what we've always had from Royal Mail. Royal Mail, for anyone not in England, is like our main postal service. They're national. They've got huge hubs everywhere, and they're very on point usually. We've been paying them ever since we started this business all year, and they've been pretty much really good, the whole time. But being a national service, they're not being paid enough by our crappy government. So they've striked, they've been on strike. They went on strike on Black Friday and then continued to go on strike all over December at strategic times, I might add. They would strike on like a Friday and the Monday, right? They kept doing that, so it completely messed the post up. There was huge backlogs. It was all over the news, and obviously it's December, right? It's Christmas, so everyone's posting parcels, cards, all the rest of it, as well as all the businesses who use Royal Mail, and it completely messed us up. We had a torrent of customer support that I was helping to answer all month. And it was like a wave at points. It was just incredible. You would open the inbox, there'd be like 80 mails in there. You'd clean up 20, 30 of them, and then another 20 would have dropped in while you were answering those. It was relentless. So that was happening. And then almost even worse than that, our Facebook Ads Manager got disabled multiple times over the month, and it just killed us. If you look how we went from November, we were all the way up here, right, hitting new heights, We were pretty confident at this point. We could have pushed up, had things not messed up in the way that they did. We could have pushed up to 30, maybe 40k a day in sales. And then it got to November the 30th, literally, and then on December the 1st, our ads manager got closed down. Well, not closed down, it got disabled. And I don't know, out of the people who are watching this, if this has happened to you as well, but I don't want to use bad language on here because YouTube doesn't like it, but Facebook are they're just the worst. Their level of support throughout this whole thing was terrible. It was so bad. You get a very vague reason as to why your ads manager is being disabled. Ours was security reasons. And we couldn't get an answer out of anyone as to what it was. We were on chat, we were ringing them up, because at this point, right, this is like peak time for ecom for the whole year. We had everything lined up, right? We had the stock, we had the staff, everything was there. The ads were working. We had our winners. We had about 4 or 5 winners on the go, and everything was primed. We could have just cranked everything right up to the max, Everything was working. Money was spinning round. everything was perfect. And the one sort of hinge, if you like, that the entire business was based on got disabled. So it got closed off here. Cue a few days of us running around like headless chickens. Then it got turned on again. We went straight back up to 18k. I think that lasted for two and a half days. Then it got shut off again, and then we got it turned back on again pretty quickly. And then, it was just heading up. At this point, we couldn't even scale back up again because Royal Mail were just striking all throughout the month. And it was just, it was bad, it was a bad month. Huge frustration happening between everyone. Tempers were fraying, people were shouting, stomping around, slamming doors, it got a bit crazy, honestly. And it just resulted in, the first 3 weeks of the month being very stop-starty because everything would be working. So we'd pull in all the extra packers, it would be all systems go. And then ads would just turn off out of nowhere, and it kept happening. And it was just, it was like, it wasn't nice because we had such a good November and everyone was really happy and we were all prepared to crush it in December. Didn't really happen. One thing that did come out of it, we finally just had to bite the bullet and get FedEx in as an overnight courier. But with what happened with Royal Mail, obviously everyone was scrambling around trying to get FedEx, and another couriers added onto their stores and their businesses. So it took us about a week for the rep to come in, hook us up with a printer. We messed around installing it all and everything, and then we finally got those added to the store. But honestly, by this point it was too late, because if you look at the month, of December, this month, you've only really got the first 3 weeks of the month to hammer it, because by this point it's coming up to Christmas. If Royal Mail were working, we couldn't have posted anything out with them past the 22nd usually anyway. But as things were in the news and everything, and on their website, they were saying last date for Christmas post with Royal Mail was the 15th. The hassles that we've had with them, honestly, we've lost a load of money. Packages have just been lost and sent to the wrong houses, and it's been an absolute nightmare, honestly. So we got up to the 22nd of December and everyone went home for Christmas, and it was like a bit of a non-event, really. Okay, just some other notes real quick. This new warehouse that I've been talking about the last few videos, I'll put some pictures up on screen right now. It did become available and they painted it, and it was pretty much tagged on to where we are anyway. And then the guys realised that the whole place where we currently are is looking like it's too expensive compared to other units and other warehouses in the area. Literally on the same road that our warehouse is currently on, there are others. There are like more modern, newer, nicer ones for a lot less money. So it's now looking like we're going to move the whole business to different premises. So watch this space. That will come hopefully soon. I'm not 100% sure what's happening because we've all just had about 2 weeks off for Christmas. So more news to come from there quite soon. Miscellaneous. We hit 500k Facebook ad spend for the year, start of December, which was originally one of the reasons we thought why they temporarily disabled the ads manager. We were running around trying to work out, why they turned it off. And then one guy noticed that we'd hit 500k literally on December the 1st, and they are known for doing checks like that. So we thought that might be one of the reasons. It wasn't. After a lot of messing around, what we think it finally was is we'd robbed an ad off someone. We do that quite a lot, honestly. It's a bit naughty, but we do it. Everybody does it. And we think that ad was getting reported. We worked that out by looking at other ads managers we also have running that haven't got turned off. So yeah, we paused that ad and we put another ad up for that item, and the ads manager's been okay ever since. So that's that. We think that's what the problem was. We're about to hit 60k sales in Klaviyo for the year. I think it's on about 58, 59 at the minute. After all the sort of Christmas rush and everything was over, we were doing most of our money in toys leading up to Christmas, we've now gone back to our original winner. It's kind of a generic evergreen household type item. And yeah, that's just making 9k a day now. If we go to December, January, I mean, yeah, ever since like here, we've only been pretty much pushing this one item. We've just upped ad spend on it, and it's just one of these evergreen winners that we can push up quite easily to 10k a day just on that one item. So that's what's been happening here this month. 8.5 yesterday, 8 and 9 today. I mean, it'll probably do maybe 9.5 today on just one item, which is really awesome. What else? Yeah, still excited as hell for 2023. I did put that in my last video. It's been a bit of a hard month, really, December. We were expecting to do a lot more. And with these two elements, in the end, Royal Mail and Facebook Ads Manager, we probably lost out on £500,000 over last month. Bit of a kick in the teeth. But, lesson learned. And, do not steal other people's ads. It's the main takeaway from that. I'll just finish this video by doing totals for our Q4, and £933,000. I mean, it's a lot of money, and which is nice, but that should have probably been 1.4 mil, maybe 1.3, 1.4 mil. So unfortunately, being the kind of people we are, that's what we're looking at. We're not looking at the fact that we've turned over £933,000. We're looking at the fact that we've lost probably about £500,000. I wouldn't say lost, we just haven't made it. We've got a warehouse full of stock now. So I think the guy said we've got about £700,000 worth of stock to move. So we do have that under our belts. We've got a lot of ideas for this year. Yeah, we're going to kill it for sure. No issues there, but it's just a bit of a damp squib, you could say, really, with what's happened. But live and learn, as I said. And if we go back right to the start of the store, right, April 12th, this is a day I always remember. And up to now, it's almost 9 months, all right? It'll be 9 months here. So about 8.5 months or something. Yeah, 1.25 mil. So 1.25 mil turnover, 62,000 orders. So pretty decent, all things going well. And sure, there are many stores out there who will turn this over in a month, right? We're not the largest players on the block by any means, but we're doing our best. And that's part 11 of this series. And I'll be back with part 12 once we get cracking in the new year. All right, Happy New Year to everyone. And wish you the best of luck with all your marketing for the new season, and I'll speak to you in the next one. All right, bye.